Howdy and aloha, everyone. Howdy means howdy. Aloha means hello or goodbye with love. It is. What time? Oh shit! It's 12 midnight. I don't know. I work late, so it's August the 11th, 2025. This is my ongoing documentary of just how crazy the fucking world is and has become, and hopefully it's going to start getting more sane. It's been 7 whatever months that Trump's been in office, and there's a lot of good stuff, right? Actually, the tax on no tax on tips, just letting you know, is a little different. It's not your entire check. It's on overtime, but it's the overtime only. So if you're getting paid an hour and a half for an hour of work, it's just that half hour. Just letting you know. It's still helpful. It's gonna take, and you can't go. The maximum I think is $12,500. So if you made, $13,000, $14,000 in taxes and tips, you still have to pay anything over that. I don't know anybody that makes that much in tips, but if you do, then stay at that restaurant. That's all I'm saying. So it's okay. It's not terrible. It's better. The railroad and transportation industries, Delta, etc. Some of these they don't. If they do get tips, they're not allowed to take it. If you are in the hospitality industry, though, restaurant, hotel, you're going to be making some money. It's some extra dough for you, so I think that's good. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not wonderful. It's not perfect, but it's something, right? And I think Trump has given us something. The only thing is there's a lot of people out there. And this is where I'm going. There's just still a lot of poison everywhere. And the reason why I say it's poison is because it's in our food, physically. And we're talking, Bill Gates. The guy you got to give the man credit for just being persistent in trying to release billions and whatever mRNA mosquitoes, or he's really trying to get this poison inside of you as much as possible. That's his gig. That's definitely his gig. And that's one of his definite missions in life, is to try to depopulate the planet. He's bragged about it. He's talked about it. He's TED talked about it, right? And so many others, and the Pedo globalist, deep state, fucking wacko, monster, pedo class shit fuckers. Their goal, and I'm just waiting for Jimmy to understand this. Jimmy Dore or Kim Iverson or Trump or MTG or I'm sure there's a lot of people that get it, because this is what their plan is to get rid of 2/3 of the planet's population and hoard the rest for themselves. They don't need you. They don't need your likes. They don't need your subscribes. They don't need your labor. They don't need you. They need the people that they've already have, that they already want, that's already tequila birded, or let's say psyoped, or easily manipulated. Which brings me to a memory of, I was at a bar, God, I don't know, I was younger, maybe in my 20s, I think, and we were at, I think it was Moose McGillicuddy's in Long Beach, California, and I used to go there to do karaoke, and back when I could sing, it's kind of rough now, getting older, the voice isn't the same, it happens, and we went to go see a hypnotist show. And the hypnotist, before he started, he said, just letting you know, before I start, some of you in the audience may just, become hypnotized. And I'm just trying to get hypnotized. I even went on stage trying to get hypnotized because I wanted to see what the fuck was happening. I thought it'd be fun to see if I could get hypnotized. And I couldn't. He said, some of you won't, some of you will. There's a few people that will. But what was interesting is there was a girl with us, me and my ex at the time. We were, just partying, having a good time, drinking cocktails, going to this cool little hypnotist show at this club. There's, 200-300 people, sitting not in the front row, but a few seats back. It's just like a comedy stand-up thing. And this guy's doing his presentation. He starts to put people into trance. And to the left of me, I'm like, my ex's friend starts doing some interesting things, and I'm like, hey, check out your friend here. And she got hypnotized, like right next to me. And I know this person. She doesn't know the hypnotist. She doesn't know these people. Blah, 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 blah. And, and that was after I tried to get hypnotized. He tries to get people hypnotized, and he brings people to fill the seat. That's what he does. Yeah, that's right. So the people that couldn't, and there were, 10 people up there on the stage. I couldn't. Somebody else couldn't. A few other people couldn't. And there were like six left. So he kept doing his little seance thing or whatever, mind manipulation crap. And I'm just trying to, do the thing and just watch and listen and do, try to get, and then we look over and I tell him, my ex, I look over and I go, she's zoned. She's there. And the guy goes, if you know somebody next to you now, or look around, that you believe could be hypnotized, because he was having them do something like close their eyes or look to the right and close their eyes. And she was like that. And we raised our hand. It's this one right here, man. She's gone. She's gone. She's under your spell. And it happened, and it was very interesting. And there were some things, and it's possible. There are people out there. I'm going to tell you, and it, I'm not a practitioner. I don't know anything about that shit. I think it's dangerous. I know people have quit smoking from it. I think people have stopped drinking, and there's the subconscious mind, and I'd say it's like your primal self, the inner side that, if you feel an urge, like, when I see a silhouette of a woman, chubby, big, kind of thin, skinny chicks just do not do it for me, man. Just do not do it for me. I get excited. It's a natural primal thing, and that's what they tap into, is your primal self, right? Like Huna, the power of positive thinking or whatever, there's three selves. It's the low self, which is your primal self, your immediate self, which is your conscious self, you and I talking right now, me just babbling. And then your higher self, which is those days where you just feel ethereal, or you feel completely, just together. And I've had those days where I'm just like, I don't get them on the golf course, sadly, which is kind of fucked up. I'm working on that. Sometimes at work, I'm fucking just, today's good, man. I'm feeling good. Or just, I'm spending time with my grandkids, or I'm spending time with my kids, or I'm just, playing frisbee golf, or out there, doing something active, or even at the store, I'm just like, I'm feeling pretty good today. That's kind of your high self. Or you go to church, that's important, you're religious, whether you're going to temple or mosque, whatever, but you feel ethereal, you feel like you're connected to something other than just your physical self and your conscious now self. But there's that primal side, I think, that's out there that this poison connects to. And this is where I'm going with this, is not just the food. We're talking fluoride, we're talking dyes, we're talking hormonal shit in meats, we're talking medications, we're talking, there's, for example, just look at this, I think it's ewg.org, and then there's an area just to type in your water your water healthiness. Just how clean is your water, and you can put in your zip code, and then it brings up some astonishing crap about your water. And when I'd learned of this in West Virginia, and West Virginia where I lived was pretty good. It was only like 35 contaminants, or not even that, like 14. Out here in Missouri, there's like 8 where I'm living. The water's pretty fresh, nothing too serious. But what's interesting is the happiest place on earth, which is Disneyland in Anaheim, California, 92905 or something like that, 92906 or something like that. Yeah, it's got like 48 contaminants, and there's like a bazillion parts per million on some of this stuff. And I've gone through it with Snork and a few other people. It's horrendous. There's some shit out there that's just terrible for you, terrible. And that's just the water, right? And the food, and the meat, and the air. They're spraying geoengineering. I mean, I don't know about you people, but if you've gone outside recently, I'm seeing this dimness. Is it just me? I haven't seen. If you're out in, God bless you, lucky sons of bitches. If you're out in Hawaii, you're gonna see. This is the thing about Hawaii. I can see somebody flip me off or do the shaka sign, from like a mile away in Hawaii, because it's so crystal clear. It's so pure, crystal clear out there. But in the mainland, in certain areas, especially like LA or Chicago or New York, whatever, highly populated areas, Seattle, you name it. Even Honolulu gets kind of blurred. There's that smog, there's carbon, it kind of hangs low, we get it. But then lately there's been something, the moon, I don't know, in the past few months has been very, my vision's not that bad. I can read pretty well from far away. It's just the close stuff's not that good. It's just like there's a mist, there's like a fog, there's a haze. There's definitely like a haziness, and I can see it in the day, and I can see it in the night. And I truly believe that they're spraying the sky so much right now. They're just rapidly doing the skies that our skies are just fucked up. Our skies are really messed up, and it's not just the air, it's not just the water, it's not just the food, it's the media, the cable, the movies. Look, let me show you this right here. We got here. I'm going to play this real quick. And this is coming up, the teaser for Starfleet Academy. And I like Star Wars. Right? I love Star Wars.
And so, we begin. I'm Captain Nala Ake, Chancellor of Starfleet Academy. We're all the first Academy class to return to our campus in San Francisco after more than 120 years. Some of you are here for your families, some for yourselves. Together, you are the best and the brightest from across the galaxy. A tapestry that is Starfleet. You will learn this. A tapestry that is Starfleet.
Yeah, where are they centering around?
A tapestry that is...
Right? It's gonna be fucking woke. It's gonna be fucking woke. And I don't... Look... I get it. No, I don't get it. I look... I don't see any Hawaiians in there. That's all I'm saying, right? I don't... There could probably be an Indian, there's probably a Hispanic or whatever, but right off the bat, your center person, right? And towards the... Let's just watch the rest of it.
Starfleet. You will learn the skills that shaped our greatest officers.
Duty, honor, service!
Like them, we'll ask you to give more of yourselves than you knew you had.
Why is this so choppy? My computer's running hard.
To dream without limitations. Whatever challenges came before today led you to this moment.
There it is. There's your person.
You here now.
And there she is.
You weave together the future.
Yep. Gotta have a dyke in there. Gotta have a dyke. I don't care. Listen, that's important. I just want to say every movie with Star Trek has to have a dyke. I'm just telling you. Has to have a Rachel Maddow.
So go out and seek.
Yeah.
Explore. Boldly go where no one has gone before.
That's the lady that plays Miss Incredible in The Incredibles. She's looking older, but she's I guess the dean of the school. I'm not sure. All of it looks really cool. I always love the facts. I love the, But
it is my
this
great
info.
honor to welcome you all to Starfleet Academy.
They're just not getting it. They're not getting it, and I'm going to tell you why. Because sadly, and unfortunately, because of Margaret Sanger and Planned Parenthood that was strategically placed in minority, especially black neighborhoods across the country, there's only 14%, 15% of this country is black. Look it up. Oh, by the way, Margaret Sanger had 3 kids of her own, but she didn't want other people having kids because she's part of the eugenics, I meant to say. Right? It's an Aryan, only certain type of people, blood people need to be on the planet. This is part of the predator class, the Auschwitz Nazism. These are the same fucking people. I've gone over this over and over and over, and I've connected the dots. Right? This is divisional. I'm just saying. I think it's going to be kind of cool. I'm going to watch it. I'm definitely going to watch it. I like Strange New World. I like that too. I like Captain Pike and those guys. I really like that. Even the musical, I like the part of it. I thought it was pretty fucking cool. Right? I'm just a Star Trek guy, But let me just get back to my point here, because I think it's important. I think it's important that we kind of understand what's going on and how this is affecting people. There are people out there, right? Look, I'm out of college, and last year there was just a ton of kids that were confused. I'm going to say confused. They didn't know if they were a girl. They don't know if they were a boy. I was at Walmart the other day, and this girl, a girl that was tattooed, rings, eye piercing, was purposely, and I could tell she was straining to try to get that voice out. Hey, how's it going, man? And I'm like, I wanted to say, is there something wrong with your voice? But she was literally trying to speak in a low tone, to try this delusional thing. Now, please connect this: food, air, water, social media. I'm not going to try to convince you that that's not going to happen. That there are people that are males that are attracted to males. I'm not going to not let that happen. That's not here with what I'm talking about. I'm not going to say there aren't females that are attracted to females. I mean, and then there are bisexuals, which, whatever you want to do. But I do believe, and I can somewhat prove this just by what we're talking about right now. The poison is everywhere. And it's altering people's thoughts and emotions and their feelings. And it's getting them away from their primal thing. Right? Some people get so wasted, they get so drunk, they take ecstasy, they take whatever, they take something. They're on some opioid or whatever the case may be. They get super drunk. Next thing they know, they're in a bed with somebody they would never think they would be in bed with. Girl, boy, whatever. But that's this. It's poison, right? That's what alcohol is, right? I mean, let's just say it. It's poison. Now, if you're stoned and you want to get freaky, I get it. But my point here is, and this is where I'm trying to go with this, and I'm not separating or disallowing or saying people should not do what they want to do, but I guarantee you, there's a lot of people out there, children coming up through the 90s, the 80s, mostly, I would say mostly the 90s or the 2000s. They were just eating poison and being fed poison, right? I've gone over how the predator class has pushed the DEI and the corporate equality index and the diversity, equity, and inclusion crap and corporate governance and all this other shit. Look it up. It's all there. But the problem is sometimes if you go out, and the best way to test this is go camping, right? Go camping. Just you and yourself, and just be out there. Because, look, there's so many contributing factors to how people start to go in these directions where they believe, or like this girl at Walmart was like, she was trying to convince herself that she was a man by just talking with a low voice. She's talking like this. I mean, she's got her chin tucked down, and she's trying to make the tall voice, and she's going like this. Yeah, I get you. And then I made a joke. A little thing about the receipt, or there's this button, because I don't have, I'm all thumbs, and I don't know how to use these fucking machines. I wanted to get something real quick and get out. I usually like to use a real live person. But I make this quick little joke, and she giggled. And then she goes, like that. Trying to hide who she is and what she is and what she's about. Hiding. Right? And it's not her fault. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm getting to. There's so much poison out there. There's so much influence out there that's been set up intentionally. Again, I'm going to say it. Disclosure. There are men that like men. There are women that like women. There are men and women that like everything, right? Whatever. I get it. But when it comes down to it, me, I love women. I love women. It reminds me of, there was a thing in the movie City Slickers. And what was his name in City Slickers? I think his name was Wiki or Sticky. Anyway. It was Billy Crystal along with Jack Palance, I believe. And his name was really like a cute little name. His name was Sticky or something like that. Ah, damn it. But he was like this serious old cowboy. Right? Look it up. It'll probably come to me. And he was Billy Crystal. They were at a campfire, I think, and they were talking about how, what was a girl that you were that you're in love with? Do you have a girlfriend? He goes, and he starts to talk about this girl in a sundress that was up against the sun and her silhouette through the dress. And he goes, and they go, that's it? He goes, that's it. I fell in love. But he never touched her, never married her. It was just that silhouette. That's me, right? I'm not sure what that silhouette looked like. Could have been a little chunky. Could have been super skinny. Could have been big. Doesn't matter. But he loved That silhouette. And I can say that about a few people out there that I've been with. All I'm saying is food, air, water, media, social media, especially now these days. A lot of people are just, they're confusing you. And then they give you medication to even make it even harder. They're bombarding you to they're taking you out of your primal self. And I'm telling you, your primal self could be your just, you're a carpet smasher or you're a swordsman, whatever. But, I'm a target guy. I'm a hunter. So all I'm saying is I do believe there are girls out there, and I do believe that there are guys out there, because of all the poison that's been around them, and maybe even peer pressure, have gone in this direction or gone in that direction. And then they maybe realize later on that, what am I doing? Maybe the girl like sees her aunt have a baby or her sister have a kid, and she goes, I want that. And I want that man. And I want to have a family. And I want to go and hang out with that guy because he wants to travel and do cool things. And he wants to share that life and an experience and happiness with her and he, her, and he, them, and he, pronoun, whatever. But it's just the poison that's happening out there. It's coming from so many different sources. Right? I've got... I got to be quiet now because this is when I'll edit this. But I'm going to get to... Let me just grab this real quick. Is it... I think it's... in here. I gotta shut up. I'll just look. There's... Okay, forget that. Here it is. Right here. Let me just grab it. Open with... what I'm trying to do is to show you that there's a sinister group of people out there that are doing some pretty sinister things to get you. To get you. They want to get you. That's it. Right? And they've gotten to a lot of people, and they do it. The marketing is so powerful, people. I'm just fucking telling you, man. It's just... Let me see if I can find this. Let's try this one. Go here. No, it's not that one. Here. No. Is it gonna be this one? No. No, that's not. Yeah. No. No. That's darn it. Let me try this. Okay. Yeah. So they took down Thomas Jefferson's it was I don't know, somebody, I think it was Thomas Jefferson's statue, or they put it next to him, And they put this statue up there right next to it. It's in some New York court building. And it shows a lady, I think. Looks like a lady. With tentacles for arms and feet and horns. And you're just thinking, what? Man, what the fuck? Who gives a shit about that? I'm going to tell you. It's in their playbook. It's in their fucking playbook. This is part of. Oh man, I've just done so much research on this, and I'm gonna say right now, and the best way I can say this, I think, is the proper way to say this. It's easier to prove to someone that they've been fooled. Wait. It's harder to prove to someone that they've been fooled than it is to fool them. Again, it is harder to prove to somebody that they've been fooled than it is to just right off the bat fool them. Okay? And there's a lot of people, and I'm just telling you, go back to, let me just go back to here. I mean, I'm just gonna say it. This is it. How do I convince somebody? How do I convince you? How do I convince you? How do I convince you? I care. I care. I want people to be. I mean, I'm drinking water. I think it's been last time I had a beer. Was I think a half a beer or a few sips at 4th of July. There was some kind of Modelo margarita beer. It was okay. I'm not into foo-foo. I just like fucking Coors or Coors Light. I like Coors Light, Coors, Bud Light. That's just me. That's the way I've always been. I will drink Lucky Lager if you've ever heard of that. Maybe a Heineken or a Michelob. Corona, with a lime in it's pretty cool. But I don't like to get foo-foo. If I'm gonna, and I'll have a shot. I like bourbon. But I don't like to poison my body that much anymore because I've seen what it does. You could be on medications. You could be on drinking water. You could be eating certain foods. I mean, these things alter your synapses. They alter the connections in your brain. They alter so many things. But if that's your gut primal feeling, and if you're attracted to that and this and that and the other thing, I get that too. But what's the one thing that in those moments, whether you're with a girl or a boy or both or all or whatever, that made you the happiest? Is there has to be moments where you just felt like you were in the right place. I've had those moments. Like this is it. I'm in the fucking right place. I love what's going on. There's chaos all around us, but I think we're a power couple, man. We can fucking do this. And I how do I say this? I think we need to kind of reevaluate where we are. Always. We need to reevaluate where we are. And look, if you're there already, look, there's so many people out there that are there. They, whether girl, whether boy, whether girl, whether boy, whether girl, boy, girl, whatever, that are already there. They're already happy. Like my next door neighbor. She is definitely lesbian. She's got Kamala Harris stickers all over her. I love her. Shirley, she's just wonderful. And her partner, just wonderful people. And I dig them, right? They're good people. And then just wonderful neighbor. We talk all the time. Hold on. I think I'm going to sneeze. Oh, I came close to, oh my God, it's a sneeze yawn. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's so weird. And, there's people at work, I'm sure. And then, it's just, And like my buddies were married people. I've been divorced now for how long? Like almost 2 years. And I'm okay. I'm okay. I don't think I don't. I mean, that's not why I'm talking about this. I'm talking about this is because I think there's a thing that happened recently where there's just so many. And let me just kind of go through this. I mean, but by the way, let me see if you can see this. I'm going to make sure this is aligned properly. Yeah, here it is. Buenos Aires News, panic erupts inside FBI headquarters. Trump activates secret military tribunals, or he's just having the National Guard out there for tomorrow. He's got some serious shit happening. He wants protection for his guests and stuff. That's all that's fucking happening. But as I was going through some of the stuff that I went through, there was this one, and I've seen this a lot. There's some serious crap that's happening. Where is it? I mean, look at it. Look at. This is massive. RFK says Health and Human Services is investigating every hidden big pharma incentive to doctors to push vaccines and eliminate them. Good idea. Yeah, there's just so many things, and God bless that guy for doing what he's doing. Yes, it's not great, but it's better than what it was for shit, people. And then we have lab-grown meat being made by Jeff Bezos. I'm sure that's going to be fucking perfect for your body, right? Look. Here's one of my biggest points. I have many points in regards to the food, the water, the air, the soil. You name it. God created this beautiful universe, or universes, or multiverses, whatever the fuck, right? And He's blessed us with this wonderful mechanism, right? And trust me, I've used it in fucking like more than most people have ever used their body. I've surfed giant waves, I've rode powerful motorcycles, I've traveled here and there, I've flown there and here, I've been in submarines and on aircraft carriers, I've been around and been to giant mansions and Hollywood, and I've been to fucking Vegas too many fucking times. And I'm going to go there here pretty soon again. But, and it's dead right now. I'm waiting till they're going to have a big price drop pretty soon. It's getting really bad there. And there's just all this stuff that's happening that's just really bad. And then we got Ukraine and all this stuff. That has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. Oh, here it is right here. Here it is. Okay. And this is just saddening to me, okay? Because your handicap or your debilitation or your problem or your bipolar, whatever, ADHD, it's all bullshit. This is all created, right? So this man might still be alive if instead of being affirmed in his delusions that he's a woman, his mental illness was treated and addressed. I don't think that's the issue. That's what I'm getting to, and that's why I'm bringing this up. Affirming the mentality of delusional man can become A. So this guy, transgender bus driver, threw him or herself in front of a train after being called sir by passengers. He got so pissed off that somebody called him sir that he snapped and went and ran and fucking killed himself in a train. And that's why I have to go back to this. There's so many factors here that are in play that are against us, whether we know it or not. And you may think that you got this and you're what you are and that's the way I'm supposed to be. But if I know you, if I've seen you and I've seen the love on your face and I've seen the happiness on your face, the genuine, not hungover, not drugged, not anything, not tainted, pure self and I've seen you change in this whatever you're in now or what you think you're in, it could be because a lot of the stuff that you've gone through and done, maybe all these, I will say this. There are people that have done drugs in the past that never got out of it. They should have stayed in Alcoholics Anonymous or Drugs Anonymous or whatever the fuck it is, because that's the issue. It's always probably been the issue. And there's I don't know if therapy is the greatest thing, but I think the best freaking thing that you could do for yourself, the greatest thing you could do for yourself, the greatest thing, right, is just eat better. Reverse osmosis fucking water. Just let you know at work, I don't eat a lot of that food there. I eat food here. I use olive oil. I use tallow, right? I use avocado oil, just certain types. And I pick and choose. You know, I eat fresh vegetables. I steam my vegetables. Use pure butter. I mean, I don't look bad for 61 years old. I don't know. Is it just me? I'm playing golf. I hit the ball just as far as a fucking 40-year-old and a 50-year-old and beat a lot of, you know, there's some guys that are older than me that can hit a little further than me. But I'm learning. I'm just learning. But anyway, and I'm not that weak. I'm still a big, strong guy, right? You know, I still hit the bag a few times a week. You know, I do 2 to 3 minute, 2 to 3 5-minute sets of hitting the bag, at least 350, close to 400 tags. Punch, elbow, kick, knee, whatever. Right? Spinning back elbow, whatever. You know, stuff like that. It helps. Right? I do little things like that. Yeah, I fucking am attracted to women. I don't know. I would just always have. Yes, I had the Farrah Fawcett poster up. And I also met her when I was 10 and didn't know who she was. But here's the thing. It was about a year or so later, or months later after I met her in Dallas, Texas, at the Chateaubriand, I think my dad was playing at. I don't know if it's been gone for a while, I think. But he was playing piano there. He was entertaining, and he goes, he said, boys, I want you to come tonight. I want you to meet. There's a girl going to be there that you guys might know. And then actually I got her poster later on when I was older. So let me just tell you. All right? Let me just tell you. But there's just so many things out there that are affecting us and putting us in this place. You know, I think, you know, there were in Egypt, there were drugs there were certain type of medicinal, holistic, like alcohols that they drank and smoked, and certain things that they had that it could alter your mind. So it put you in like a really, you know, just don't give a shit about anything, you know, experience, whatever. And you might do something that you might not regret the next day, or could regret the next day. But here it is. It's probably not you. It's external. It's what's coming around you, what you've been through. I mean, it's the village. Somebody may have said, you know what? If you're not doing good with women, maybe you should try men. If you're not doing good with men, maybe you should try women. I'm just like, why the fuck? And then some people will like hang on to that. And all I could say is, I think it's important, and this is what I think is most important. This is what I think is most important. When you are in that place, I'm just get to it. Let's just get to it. When you're in that orgasmic state, right, and you're having sex, right, no matter how it's done or who it's with or whatever, that's fucking awesome, right? Everybody knows that. But on an everyday, daily basis, do you look at your partner, and that's important, right? And your kids are there and stuff. You look at your partner, you go, I'm proud of that person. I respect that person. I think that person's fucking awesome. I love her or him to death. right? I mean, I think that's huge in a relationship. Would that person travel far to be with me? Would they? Would they, I mean, some people will go those distances. That's all I'm saying. Some people will actually go give up their lives. Like, give up their lives. It's not bad. Things are a little rough. And travel across the country or across the planet to be with people that they've never met in person. Maybe they've seen them on YouTube or Instagram or, or whatever, social media that's out there, and had a few encounters. Then one day they get together and they hit it off. People have done that too. Let me see here. Hey Jordan, how you doing, buddy? We are at the precipice, my friend. Thank you for always being there here, Jordan. Good seeing you, buddy. If you can look at that person, gaze in their eyes, and say, you, I know it sounds corny, I don't know what movie this is from. If you could say, you complete me, and be totally honest, and that you will be committed to only that person, then I think that's beautiful. I think that's wonderful, right? And look, hey, I gotta throw this out there because nobody's perfect. I gotta say this. People make mistakes. People fuck up. People need space. People need to get their heads together. But most of it is from poison. There are wonderful relationships out there that also. I mean, oh God, you know how many people got divorced just around or during COVID in 2021, 2022? God, the numbers were insane, and that was part of it. It was like subconsciously they're telling you to get away and be away, and people, you just didn't know you were doing it, and the prices of alcohol were just cheap. People were buying. There were more people getting drunk and fucked up and wrecked during COVID than at any time. The bars weren't closed. Isn't that crazy? Everything was closed except for the worst places you could be. A bar and a fucking fast food restaurant at McDonald's. Right? I remember in West Virginia, I was at Tudor's never closed. That's all I have to say. All right. I just wanted you guys to know this. I wanted a lot of people to understand this. I think it's extremely important that we kind of, I just think it's huge for people to understand that there is a primal self out there that you have with a certain person, and that you've been there with that, and you get it, and this person does this thing to you, and then sometimes you just want to play around, but it's just, there's just lots of things that have happened, especially in 2020, mostly 2021, 2022, that happened to a lot of people. I mean, tons of people. God, when I left West Virginia, I wanted to really see what was going on. And I did so much research. I don't think I've ever brought this up, but it just hit me. It just hit me that I got fucking played. And I'm not talking about my partner. I'm not talking about my thing. I'm talking about the system. They did it, and it worked. They got us. I'm not, and it's only because I wasn't strong enough to fucking see it. I couldn't capture. I couldn't say, whoa, let's calm down for a second. What are you doing? What do you need? What's going on? What do I need to do? Well, let's sit down and try to figure this out. I want to make this work. And I don't think I really did that. I don't think I really did that. Now, what happened was not fucking cool at all, but at the same time, I'm still thinking, the forces that were bombarding us at the time, and now I'm getting kind of personal, and I probably shouldn't go this far. Were overwhelming, and some people just wanted to get out and get away. I get it. Fuck God, Jesus, man. And there are temptations out there. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Right? Yeah, that was a good one. All I got to say is 2018, 2019 was fucking bomb. Was wonderful. There are hiccups and shit. Things happen. I get it. But then as I look back, I'm going, well, what about the poison? And how we could have kept the poison out, And that didn't happen. And I am just as much to blame, honestly. But anyway. When my channel got taken down, I don't know, but I had my channel since 2009, I think. Facebook, 2011. YouTube, this particular channel. But it got taken down in 2020. I think it was April, May, June, July, August, or September of 2020. The community guideline, fucking Auschwitz Nazism / Aryan, tyrannical Orwellian community guidelines, tyrannical authoritarian Orwellian community guidelines, took down my channel. I remember how I was feeling at that time and what happened. I fucking changed. Because there goes all my there's a lot. I was traumatized. I'm going to be honest with you. I remember, and I didn't handle it well. And that there were a few things that affected me in different ways. Yeah, that affected me in different ways. All I know is now, I've got to move on. I have been moving on. I've been doing this and doing that. I've been busy. If I keep my mind busy, I'll stay out of trouble, right? So I've got my new insurance business. I've got my new small loans business. I've got my loan forgiveness business. It's all kind of incorporated together. I've also got my full-time job here at the college. I'm doing good. I've been there for almost 2 years now. I'm always working. I've always got an income. I've always got a roof over my head. I always eat good. I'm eating better. But I'm at that point where I'm ready to, I've seen this person, that person. I'm getting kind of personally. But I'm just not, it's not the same. It's just not the same. It's kind of weird. It's not the same. There's something I'm missing. I remember, I'm going to say this, when I was on the island of Kauai, when I was a kid, I was with a girl, and her name was, I'm not going to say it, but she was a beautiful hula dancer. Gorgeous. She was so sweet, so wonderful. right? Yeah. I should have made that last for the rest of my life. And that, God, there's so many examples of that, right? It's weird. Yeah. I'm older now. So what am I? I'm going into this place. I don't know what. Oh my gosh. What is going on? It's poison. It's just everywhere. You know, back in the tribal days, like my ancestry, it was pretty simple. You know, there was lots of breeding. You wanted to be with somebody. There wasn't like a marriage thing. It was just, you just were with that person. You just liked their smell. You liked their feel. You liked their taste. You liked their touch. You're like, you know. Yeah, I miss those. I miss those smells. I miss those smells for sure. I miss those feelings and all that stuff. You know, totally and completely. It's just primal, and I think we've lost that because these poisons, right? The food, the air, the water, the social media, everything around you, all the clutter, right? All the fucking the noise. I think we can be better lovers. I think we can be better partners. I think we can be better together. We just got to get rid of this. I'm going to say this right now. Remember I said this. When we get healthier as a nation, you're going to see more sanity. You're going to see less of this Kids in the Hall, Monty Python, Flip Wilson fucking cross-dressing shit. You're going to see a lot more people, being really attracted to that man because they're a woman, or that woman because they're a man, which men are just we're just animals anyway. But the thing I am saying is it's going to change. The closer we get to being natural with our food, our air, our water, our soil, our atmosphere, our media, and everything, and start just kind of, being more connected with Earth and us, we're going to breed like fucking rabbits. I am saying right now. I'm just saying that's okay. Because we're going to find another planet. We're going to find planet B. And I'm going to say this right now. We're going to do a lot of good breeding. We're having a lot of healthy people. COVID is going to teach us, or Fluvid-19 is going to teach us that they were trying to kill us. We're going to get over that. And then we're going to absolutely move forward. We're going to reach out and go through the stars. Mars is going to be used without a lot of AI. AI is going to turn into shit pretty soon. I'm going to say that because we fed it a bunch of bullshit and lies. It's all the stuff that's been fed is from fucking MSNBC and Fox. So imagine how it thinks. Like idiots like Neil deGrasse Tyson and the Bill Nye the Science Guy. These climate change fuckers. All right, but I think when we become more natural, our bodies behave more natural. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to say this. In the morning, I am fucking strong. I just every fucking morning, and it's because of the way I eat. It's because I move around. It's because I'm kind of exercising. I'm doing things. I think I'm below 280 now. I'm pretty sure. I remember when I went out to West Virginia, I was 278 or 280, 289, something like that, 285. But I think it's good. And when I was in West Virginia, I got up to 243 pounds. I got up to 343 pounds. God. No wonder. And I think that was during the time of COVID because everybody was getting fat and stupid at that time. Yeah. Just all that poison, man. Well, I'm going to say this. I am forgiving everybody, including you. Absolutely and thoroughly, completely. And I am just going to say, whoever you are out there, if you are paying attention, forgive that person for what happened. Because it wasn't their fault. It's not their fault. I'm telling you, there's just so many factors. These people are trying to get rid. They hate the nuclear family. They have been trying to poison the nuclear family for a long time. Right? There are good, decent women out there that have been poisoned to death, not just by drinking or just an opioid or whatever, that happens. But also with the addition of the food, the air, the water, the media, social media, just everything, the village they're around, the people they're with. Right? Sometimes, you are the company you keep. Period. That's it. I'm going to say that. That's for damn sure. Right? And usually I like to hang around with people that are, look, I've got friends that are not in great places, and I got friends that are just millionaires, honestly. One of my best friends is a multimillionaire, and he's been a fucking super cool friend to me in a long time. I've got just whatever. All I'm saying to you is let's get back to our primal self. That's it. Let's be primal. Right? Let's be primal. Yeah, I feel like right now my body, like I've got my knees a little sore, my shoulders a little sore. It was my tendon in my hip. Anyway. But I'm flexible. But the thing is I feel better now than I did definitely in 2021 or 2022. I literally felt, I wasn't sick, ill, had the flu or nothing, but I just didn't feel strong, but I feel pretty good now. And I feel kind of like when I was back in California in 2018, 2017, I was fucking strong. I was playing full court basketball, going to the UFC gym every once in a while, and a couple other dojos in a sense, and I was doing good. Now I'm back to doing the things I like to do. It's good. I've got a journey coming up, and it's going to be real fun, and I would love for you all to be a part of it. I'm just going to say right now, there are particular people out there that I would love to take with me for sure. But I'm going to say this, that you might see a little bit less of me on YouTube, because I've got to start focusing on these businesses. I've got to start I'm going to start having universal wealth videos. I'm going to start having Hawaii lore videos, and there's a reason for that. But I'll do some monotalks. If you ever want to do a monotalk, you can always get in touch with me. I'm easily accessible. If you don't like what I'm talking about, or if you like what I'm talking about, or if you have a problem with me or whatever, just tell me. Just talk to me. I'm right here. I am always open, and time heals all wounds. Just letting you know. All right, that's it for Monotalk. Aloha, everybody. It was wonderful talking to you. And Shaka and aloha. Aloha, everybody. Aloha.